Yeah, even with these two characters like swinging up and down and having their ins and outs of the metagame, they are both highly developed, and I feel like that is so. Having a highly developed metagame is extremely strong against newer characters, even if they have been out for almost a year now. You still have a lot of depth to your own kit, while everyone else may still be learning a little bit. Ooh, but what it doesn't take any learning is knowing that forward smash could have absolutely taken the stock if timed correctly. Mlarcin off to a really strong start when it came to the offense, but now he's got to play some defense.
There we go. Gets a nice little grab, putting him off stage here, trying to see what the option is. Okay, I like that. Going for another. I don't see that too often, but you know what? I'll take it. If there's definitely something that Mlarcin knows that I don't, it was definitely whatever the heck that was.
We'll get to check it out as the percentage continues to swing in favor of the Pyra and the Mythra. I like that. Again, another aggressive recovery coming out from LemonTea. You have to throw Pyra off and throw Pyra into disadvantage, or abuse the fact that sometimes getting off of ledge as Pyra can be tough, and no jump, burning every single resource into that jump from ledge side B and dropping the stock for it.
Yeah, you don't see Wolf Laser take stocks too often, but that was just kind of a situation that Mlarcin put himself into, and LemonTea just, you want to projectile and hope for the best, and it definitely worked out.
Yeah, the transcendent properties really stuffing out many aggressive attempts that can come out from Mlarcin as he gets the turnaround forward smash. Oh, you're gone.
What's funny is he sat center stage because I think he had to fix his glasses or something, and he just runs off stage and dies. That's just really unfortunate, man.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. I kind of want to see some of these. Like, I get why you're going for up airs here. They do a great job of covering the early jump. But I feel like Mlarcin could be going for some of Pyra nairs at some of these really, really high percents, covering a lot more of that mid space instead of always trying to land a falling aerial. Ooh.
Yep, great little down smash right there, catching a fantastic play. Yep, another one. And is that going to be enough? Nope. Mythra does have a nice little drift after her up special, so, I mean, was it definitely going to be able to grab that ledge, but it certainly was getting a little close.
Yeah, more than a little bit, especially with a couple of these backers coming out. Another attempt at a backer there from LemonTea. Still got a long ways to go, but sacrificing everything for that Hail Mary Prominence Revolt and dropping that game. LemonTea taking the first one off of the back of some really, really intensely a really good laser in order to stuff out an approach, and then stuff out an approach from ledge, and then just a Wolf Flash stock at 20. What do you want?
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't too bad. It's just Mlarcin got caught up in a couple bad scenarios, honestly, and it just kind of it was definitely a tough hill to climb up there. But I mean, you definitely just push back, push through that. It's a game best of 5, or not best. Yeah, it is a best of 5 scenario. You got at least 2 more games behind you to try and push through. So, I mean, we'll see what he can do. Get something going here in game 2. Look, he's feeling himself. He's grooving. He's feeling the rhythm of the night. Let's see how it gets into game 2 here as we get started. Small Battlefield going to be the stage.
Particularly a good one for just about any fast character that wants to start up a juggle game. These platforms are so accessible. And though Wolf can easily be said to meet those same requirements, and I know Mlarcin generally prefers to string into F-tilts and fairs, like set up ledge traps as much as possible, and just seeing the strength of how Mythra can cover so many options all at once. And the same thing with Pyra too. Ooh.
Well, it's kind of stood there. Whoa! We had LemonTea going for something a little crazy. Both players are going to make it back to the stage just fine, though, but definitely a little bit of fear. Man, he is loving this up special. Man, I get it. Like, when you land that landing hit, it is huge. It is strong, but you got to be careful because it can be punished. But there we go. A couple up airs. I don't know if that was supposed to be a teabag or whatever, but either way, all right.
I do definitely think it was, but LemonTea came back a little too quick for us to see the third. Oh, I really like that, but LemonTea spicing things up with the delayed neutral getup in order to make sure that he could avoid the grab.
That was the problem. Is you got to try and find your way in, and it looks like Mlarcin just has no issue, just kind of playing their game, taking their time. Oop, that is a tough one. He's gonna make it back. Yeah, I hope he just fine. Maybe that actually really sucks. The fact that Oh, actually, okay. You know what? That wasn't too bad. I was a little bit worried when he got the weak hit on that forward tilt, but it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, not even the weak hit. Missing the second hit, which is just kind of unfortunate. Still setting up a string of his own with those up tilts, trying to get another ledge trap going, but a neutral air gets outranged by Wolf Fair and meets a huge punish for it. 41% and potentially climbing as the up smash whiffs as well. You know,
okay, trying to throw out a couple of these snares, though, trying to find something to get started, see if they can try to push this lead back to their favor. Mlarcin not really letting up here, doing a good job, especially with Mythra just being so fast and having some great frame data. You just kind of bully your way through sometimes. So, ooh, I like that. Catching the missed recovery to the ledge and actually getting a stock out of that as well. Good stuff from Mlarcin.
Yeah, Pyra forward tilt doing work right there. Oh, not again. You gave it to him after he started charging forward smash, and Mlarcin getting caught with that one frame timing. Is that no jump? But it is a Wolf Flash to ledge, able to get by before Mlarcin could fully switch to Pyra.
There we go. We did get that foresight, getting him out of a bad spot and actually getting some nice damage out of it as well. We do have a last stock situation here. LemonTea's not in a bad spot. Like, honestly, a quick little combo, a couple of stray hits here and there, and he could definitely be having a lead. But it's going to be tough, especially against just Aegis doing Aegis things. Mlarcin, honestly, handling this pretty well.
Yeah, he's got to get off Pyra here, though. I feel like that's one of the big weaknesses that LemonTea has been exploiting. He's found many a ways and many a times to catch Mlarcin on the wrong stance. And finding a way to juggle Pyra or get a huge or escape some of these corners because Pyra is so slow is definitely super temperamental. That dash attack would have been insane, though, and a great tech away.
I feel like he didn't need to go for the dash attack. He actually probably could have covered a lot more space using the nair, going for an up tilt, and like even if you up tilt or forward tilt, you're able to go through the platform at that point, cover the other options. We don't have to worry about it too much, though. Mlarcin still finds a way to close out the stock, and thank goodness, man, because I was a little bit worried there.
Definitely losing, finding some concern, and it's been such a dichotomy for when Mlarcin is playing on point versus some of the times where he gets caught unawares or gets caught sleeping by some of LemonTea's more aggressive options. Like, some of these down tilts at ledge have been perfect, but then some of the miscues and the hyper fixation on landing up air with Pyra in neutral has limited some of his options where he can keep it very expansive. I'm just waiting for the moment where everything clicks and he starts really running a train and dominating neutral. But you can't ever sleep on LemonTea given their X factor of this character, playing them for so long.
Right now, Mlarcin doing a good job, though. 62% unanswered. LemonTea just trying to find a hit. Okay, finally gets a grab. Just a little bit of extra damage, so 18% is all they can muster up there. And that's before Mlarcin can find their way back to center stage. But finally, LemonTea just getting a little bit aggressive here. Almost evening things up before that landing nair from Mlarcin, just trying to get a, something out of disadvantage.
Oh, and that something at a disadvantage turned into a solid trade and turned into a pretty solid position overall. Again, sitting on the Pyra, but the Pyra forward tilt on the platform, functioning as a little bit of an anti-air skiff and another tech away from Mlarcin to get away from some of these down smashes. LemonTea's got to change up his punishes, but he is able to get back to neutral.
Man, both of them flubbing here. Unfortunate. I mean, that nair was really close. He just drifted a little too forward. And then Mlarcin, well, okay, just the raw side B. All right, I guess we'll take that. That's another stock down.
Right, like you just call him out for hammering some of this, some of these steed sticks, showing some of these tilts, some of these aerials, all of that good stuff. And hey, a whiff punish from his half screen is a hell of a call out. And still no stock taken. You get to work with a little bit of rage here, and with these percentage, you may actually be looking at like fair dare range for, or falling fair dare range for a Wolf, or you just plenty of these dash attacks in. Now we're in real dangerous territory.
I don't like that, the couple of dash attacks, just trying to put, just juggle them a little bit. I mean, if you got it, you may as well use it. But as you mentioned, this rage coming into play here, especially at 178, that back air, I mean, that probably would have killed without rage, just because of how strong that back air is, but that rage definitely helped to secure it.
For sure. Like, once you land that sweet spot, like, especially with maximum rage and a Pyra and a Mythra juggling you, you can survive for a good long while. 213 and climbing, like, things are just never falling in the way of Mlarcin. He's switching between these two ladies fast as possible, but never able to find a hit that secures the stock. The up smash trade.
Oh, okay. That was a little bit scary because it's definitely one of those scenarios where if Mlarcin didn't react properly, it could have, like, a lot of people like to read that as a tech scenario. I have to tech, in which they end up air dodging, which ends up costing them the stock as it is. So that was just good on Mlarcin to just not kind of get caught up in that moment. You do finally lose the stock there to the forward tilt. So nice play from Mlarcin here, but man, he's definitely got an uphill battle the rest of this way. So already taken 62, and you got 2 more stocks you got to go through. This ain't looking too good.
Yeah, gonna have to find either a pretty deep edge guard, catch LemonTea overextending without the jump, another tech away. Gotta keep in mind on that, but it's been working thus far. And LemonTea just doing so many of these empty hops all around.
I mean, it's definitely catching him off guard. He's swapping between throwing out aerials and throwing out, empty hop grabs. So, I mean, it's definitely working out for him. Just tacking on that damage a little bit. Because it doesn't matter if you lose another stock here. You got 1 more stock to work with. But if you're at least building up a lot of damage over time, eventually all you got to do is sneeze on them, and they're just going to die. Simple as that.
I liked that fair, though, in order to force off stage. Missing a punish on the Wolf Flash back to center, but you still are giving... Mlarcin understands his win condition, which for this stock right here, it's either like inside down tilt into up air or something at ledge. And one of these Pyra forward tilts could certainly do it, or a down air perhaps, just a little off the timing.
I do like actually going for the up special there as well. You actually caught Mlarcin off guard with them trying to find that spike. So, but 148 to 94, again, you still have another stock to play with, so you shouldn't be feeling the pressure too much, but you don't want to be giving any sort of extra credit or just extra leeway for Mlarcin as it is, but we aren't going to see that anyway. The up smash will close out that stock, and game 3. We're moving on to game 4, 2-1 in LemonTea's favor.
That was a super solid setup there from LemonTea, and one that we've seen Wolf players start to really implement, including basically every Wolf player that I've seen. This roll behind, baking the grab, forcing spot dodge on reaction. I mean, you can react to that roll with spot dodge in order to avoid getting grabbed, but then that dash in up smash not only covers the spot dodge timing, but also covers roll away and roll out of the corner too. Like, the big split on Wolf up smash can set up for that kill scenario so unbelievably well. And for a character that can kind of struggle taking stocks in that 140, 150 range, that's an excellent way to do it.
Yep, and here we go. Nobody's switching characters either. Going right into game 4 here. I mean, we'll see what happens. Mlarcin's not playing bad, but there's definitely a couple flub scenarios here. But LemonTea's definitely looking a bit more consistent. Running it right back to small battlefield. I personally think the best stage in the game.
I feel like you would not meet much contention. I think this is an amazing stage and a perfect neutral kind of environment, especially for 2 characters that dominate said neutral.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I like that. Just kind of run in for the grab. Ooh, that was a little bit scary. We did see Mlarcin just barely grab that ledge and get that invincibility up. That could have been really bad for him.
Yeah, I kind of wanted the reverse up beat to see if the hitbox would beat out Wolf Flash, especially since Wolf Flash's hurt box travels before the hitbox activates. But much safer just to snap the ledge.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Definitely went for something a little bit raw there, but just was not able to find the hit that he needed.
Got the clip though.
And I like that.
Another tech away. Oh, but reading this, another spot dodge with that up smash again. But wow, Mlarcin landed straight on stage with the swap, unable to avoid the back air after LemonTea calls out the jump to platform. But still, we're seeing a lot more hard aggression from Mlarcin in some of these scenarios, looking for up close down tilts, looking for edge guards with Mythra, being a little bit more on the play, and kind of playing right into LemonTea's element because he sees that laser, he sees no jump, and cashes it all in with that down air.
And you can see Mlarcin not necessarily reeling back, but kind of doubling forward, just like, man, I'm definitely not happy with that scenario, definitely not happy with what happened, but I mean, you just got to try and play your game. I mean, you got Pyra and Mythra on your side. Now it's a fresh stock versus a fresh 2 stocks, but you got the damage output to make this work, and you got the kill power behind you to really find a way to even this up. So let's see if he can make it happen.
Yeah, this early percentage is going to really need to dictate how well you can play out this game with, how well you can play out this early game with Mythra. How much momentum can you garner on your side Ooh, almost setting up for another one of these down tilts. Again, not a dare to be landed, but the edge guard and the ledge trap continues to thrive.
Yeah, definitely a strong aspect from Mlarcin. We've seen him kind of really capitalize on a few of those scenarios. Just unfortunately wasn't able to keep it as consistent as possible to really keep LemonTea in that disadvantaged state. He did find a way to get back on stage fairly easy, but there you go. That's one big spike. Honestly, you just need to put him off stage once more, and you could really close this one out.
Yeah, 76 doesn't feel like the lead that LemonTea really wanted, though you are starting to get into those deadly percentages up tilt, not landing the sweet spot and landing hard with Nair and able to convert it into something huge.
Just a little too late on that switch. Definitely got the spike. Is that going to be enough? It will be. Unfortunate. You can see Mlarcin's not very happy with how that played out, but it is what it is. You're going to losers bracket, bud. LemonTea moving on to winners, where he's going to be taking on Marcus, so that should be a battle for the ages. It's
yeah, it's gonna be, it's
kind of like what we've been seeing for a little bit between Jackal versus Stefan for a hot minute during the summer, but we're kind of getting back to some different players playing the same matchup.
Yeah, I mean, such a tight scenario at the very end of this game, and we're going to see the amazing string and advantage state coming out from LemonTea, but that final stock, like he reacted to the dare landing and not being a spike, tried to go for a follow-up, but the forward tilt from Pyra was just a little bit too late. You attempt to set up for another dare, but LemonTea, once he was back on stage, even if he wasn't in hit stun, it's like, all right, this back air is coming out. I need to establish control, and did so perfectly. Took the stock with it entirely.
But yeah, honestly, pretty solid spot right now.
Very nice.
I think we're just trying to see where the rest of the bracket is kind of shaping up. I don't know what's going on with Shin and Wolfric right now, but we did see a 3-0 of Jason over Biscotto. It's going to be Mlarcin versus Jason in the loser side of bracket. So you have a better idea of what's going on with Shin and Wolfric than I do. You are literally, you just have to turn around and tell me what the score is.
Yeah, so I'm not. They are still. Oh no, okay. I'm looking from. They are still playing over there, and they Biscotto and Jason, which is PT and Bayonetta, just wrapped up with Jason winning 3-0. So as bracket starts to fill out, we're gonna send to a quick 5-minute break to get some losers caught up and to get some of our players ready and situated for the remainder of this top cut. So don't go anywhere. 5-minute break coming up.